Hey kids, you know who you are. Bob here, average technician, above average life. How you doing? Happy hump day. So, I wanted to talk about quantum dots. Sent out a little short about it, and here's my experiences and whatnot. So, for just shy of 7 years, I got to work with the quantum dots, and when I first was going to the company to work for them, I didn't know what they were. I'm not a chemistry person. I took chemistry in high school, but I certainly didn't do chemistry in chemistry class. So, it was something new for me. It was something extremely new. And I ran with it. It was something I kind of needed at the time. I was looking for something new to do. I was in a technology path, and it worked out great. So I worked for a startup outside of Boston. It was, again, I want to be vague generally. It's just, I can talk a little bit more offline, but, So it was a startup just outside of Boston. I got hired as a clean room tech, worked my way up to equipment manager, helped out in R&D, production, everywhere, quality, even some EH&S stuff. I loved it. But working as a technician mainly in production, manufacturing, quality, testing, and some EH&S testing around the place, because there was some, aspects of it where you had to be really careful with handling them. Very interesting technology. It's, again, a nanocrystal semiconductor, and they're used in lots of different applications. I'll talk about that in a second. But so I started with the company about 2009, 2010, and in 2009 they had a breakthrough with a quantum product on the market, and then the main product that they had a breakthrough with was like 2012, 2013, and I was also intimately involved in that as well. The product basically, it boosts the color. So the color, the reds, the greens, the blues, and everything in between is over 100%. Makes it look really vivid. Makes it look really boosted, saturated, whatever you want to call it, but without too much. It's not overly vivid. It's really a nice way to do it. They were a viable competitor to OLEDs for a while. Now they're being used in concert with OLEDs, which I'm happy to see. So they're still kicking around in many other ways. But they've grown into a solution. I worked with them in 3 different packagings that they put them in. One was like a flat substrate, one was encased in a very long, thin glass tube, and one was in a thin film application. And at that point, they were a great way to have your cake and eat it too, with respect to getting all the color that you wanted for your TV. Everybody wants latest, greatest, best, and at the time it was great. Even today it's still great. I'm not quite sure, but I think quantum dots still give the best black for color. Maybe white, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, so don't quote me on that. But quantum dots are used in concert with OLEDs to gain certain aspects of both of the best of the worlds they offer. It's just a great way to render. It really is. It's a great way to render, and it was expensive then. Now it's really come down in price, and there's so many different things that they use dots for now. Medical, biomedical applications, drug delivery, live imaging, medical diagnoses, solar cells, LEDs, lasers, quantum computing. That's probably one of the biggest. It's interesting. I've read a lot about quantum computers. Being into computers, I'll do a video about that sometime. But biology and research, microscopy, it's pretty amazing. I saw some really exciting chemistry breakthroughs while I was there. It was quite a good bunch of people, mostly that I worked with. Most all really good. And I really enjoyed it. Some startups go places, some startups don't. They had a lot of promise, but unfortunately, the traction was there. But as you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I wanted to keep this on a quicker side, but quantum dots are very amazing. I learned a hell of a lot while I was there. It was a great time for me. I learned a lot in the R&D side, production side, quality, testing, everything. Learned a real lot. And check them out. I might have something about them. If you have any questions, you can talk to me offline. I'm happy to answer them. And I thought they were very fascinating. And for myself at the time, it was a great quantum leap for me as far as jobs. Again, thank you folks. I appreciate it. Have a good day.